Like I had female stalkers before, but it's usually after I fuck them. I never had a female stalker that I didn't fuck. And this is kind of new for me. So this is actually what happened. I did the face-off between Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor. I'm reading the cue cards. We talked about this last week, but I'm going to fool my audience who don't know. I'm reading the cue cards. On the cue cards, it says, the most watched women's fight ever, Katie Taylor against Amanda Serrano. I don't know what's the most watched female boxing match. Now, don't get me wrong, I love female boxing, but I never studied who is the most watched female boxing match. So I'm just reading what's on the card. After that, she goes on a...
Y'all, the moment Cameron grabbed that mic, the entire celebrity world shook like never before. No warnings, no whispers. Just raw, explosive truth dropped live for the first time. Allegedly, the image Claressa Shields has carefully built, the strong, loyal, untouchable champion everyone worships, wasn't what it seemed. Cameron claimed she had been living a double life, a carefully staged story hiding secrets nobody dared speak about. In that studio, the lights were blazing, cameras rolling, and Cameron allegedly played a clip, an intimate, leaked tape involving Claressa and her ex-fiancé Tony Rich. Seconds later, the rumor mill became reality. Silence swallowed the room. Online, people froze, scrolling stopped mid-feed. The golden image of Claressa, strong, untouchable, ride or die, shattered in real time. Allegedly, Claressa erupted into rage the moment the clip aired. Phones rang off the hook. Lawyers scrambled. Threats flew. But Cameron didn't stop. He claimed it wasn't just betrayal, it was a planned deception. Allegedly, Claressa and Tony strategically manipulated Papoose, using his loyalty, fame, and trust as tools in a private game no one saw coming. The camera cut to Papoose, usually composed, allegedly breaking live. Eyes filled, face strained, the illusion of loyalty ripped away. Fans had never seen a rapper crumble like this, caught between fame and raw human heartbreak. And then Remy Ma's words lit the fire. Allegedly, she said, "This is karma. You cheated me, and now Claressa cheated you." Circle complete. Savage words, viral fuel, igniting comment sections everywhere. Even 50 Cent got involved. Allegedly, he joked, "Papoose, you got what you deserved." One line, and social media exploded: memes, stitches, reactions, clips, everything going nuclear. Allegedly, Cameron's interview didn't just expose a tape. It exposed a celebrity illusion. It ripped reputations, revealed raw emotion, and left fans shocked, enraged, and craving the next revelation. And everyone online knew this wasn't the end. It was only the beginning.
The next day after that, she does a 20-minute interview dissing me. Cam is trying to rewrite history. Cam don't, pardon me. Cam don't know what he talking about. Cam is crazy. This nigga, he don't like black women. Da 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 da. And I'm like, bro, all I did was read what was on the cue card. How I'm trying to rewrite history. I didn't know who was the most watched, but I did know after the Jake Paul, Mike Tyson, and they co-made an event, it was 50 million, 60 million, whatever it was, watching them. All this turns into Cam don't like black women. Cam is hating on me. I'm trying to rewrite history. I didn't know the history.
Y'all, the day Cameron grabbed that mic, the celebrity world didn't just shake, it collapsed. No warnings, no soft hints, just raw, unfiltered chaos unleashed live. Allegedly, everything you thought you knew about Claressa Shields, the loyal, untouchable queen of the ring, was nothing more than a carefully staged illusion. Cameron claimed, without hesitation, that the golden public image she had built was hiding a secret double life, a life no one outside could even imagine. The lights burned bright. Cameras rolled. And Cameron, steady and unapologetic, revealed that Claressa was allegedly living a life behind closed doors, meticulously curated to fool the world. The studio felt heavy with tension. Viewers online reportedly held their breath as Cameron teased proof that would drop like a bomb on the celebrity landscape. Then came the moment. Allegedly, during the live broadcast, Cameron played an intimate, leaked tape involving Claressa and her ex-fiancé Tony Rich. No blur, no delay. Seconds later, what had been dismissed as rumors became undeniable viral shock. Silence consumed the studio. Online, scrolling halted mid-feed. The image of Claressa, the strong ride-or-die fighter, shattered before millions of eyes. As the tape played, Claressa allegedly erupted into rage. Phones rang non-stop. Lawyers scrambled. Threats flew from all directions. And yet Cameron didn't pause. Allegedly, He claimed this was not just betrayal, it was a carefully orchestrated deception. Claressa, allegedly with Tony, had been manipulating Papoose, using his loyalty, fame, and trust as chess pieces in a game nobody was aware of.
This is stalking at this point. I don't want to give you the attention you don't want. You're going to get the attention that you don't want. I'm telling you. I said this in the DM. She said, let's go at it. And that's where it went. I'm just a funny nigga. So I just started clowning her. After I'm clowning her, she go back and forth, back and forth. Look, sir, I don't know you, homeboy. I don't know nothing you do but box. I have no opinion of you. I don't care if your fight was the most watched or not the most watched. My nigga, I do not know you from nowhere. So that's all the back and forth, but I was just having fun with it over the weekend. And she was putting up shit, I was putting up shit. But everything she was putting up, she don't know what the fuck she talking about.
The studio went silent. The camera cut to the footage he presented raw evidence, allegedly undeniable, exposing layers of deceit and betrayal the world had never expected. Fans reportedly held their breath as every second of the tape peeled back the illusion Claressa had curated for years. Then the camera shifted to Papoose. Usually calm, allegedly composed, he broke live on air. Eyes welled, face drained, the loyalty he trusted revealed as a mirage. Fans had never seen someone crumble like this, caught between fame, devotion, and human heartbreak. Remy Ma's reaction ignited the fire further. Allegedly, she said, "This is karma. You cheated me, and now Claressa cheated you." Circle complete. Savage words, viral fuel, and the internet erupted. Comment sections overflowed, clips and memes spread like wildfire. 50 Cent jumped in next. Allegedly, he joked, "Papoose, you got what you deserved." One line and social media exploded. Memes, stitches, reactions, clips, everything went nuclear. Fans, critics, and casual viewers were glued, hearts racing, emotions raw. Allegedly, Cameron's interview didn't just expose a tape, it exposed an entire illusion. Claressa's reputation plummeted. Papooses' heartbreak went public. Tony Rich became labeled a silent conspirator. Fans were confused, enraged, and desperate for the next clip. This was no ordinary scandal. This was celebrity illusion stripped bare. It revealed how trust could be weaponized behind closed doors, how perfection masks chaos, and how fame can hide deception. The aftermath of that interview reportedly changed Claressa Shields' narrative forever. She was no longer just a boxing icon. She became the epicenter of one of the most shocking celebrity controversies of the decade. People asked, if this much can unfold live, what else is hidden? Allegedly, the internet called this just the beginning. The truth, when it surfaces live, spares no one. Every secret, every manipulation, every hidden betrayal now hung in the public eye. And as fans debated, dissected, and shared the clip, one thing became clear. Nobody, not even Claressa Shields, would ever look untouchable again. The celebrity world had been exposed. The illusion destroyed. And everyone online was left questioning everything they thought they knew about loyalty, love, and the dangerous games played behind closed doors. Y'all, just when the world thought the shock of Cameron's first live bomb had settled, the chaos was far from over. Social media was still reeling. Hashtags exploded. Clips of Claressa Shields and her ex-fiancé Tony Rich circulated like wildfire. Papooses' heartbreak became everyone's headline. But allegedly, there was more, far more. Cameron had opened Pandora's box, and the world was watching the aftermath. Every move Claressa made, every social media post, every press appearance was dissected. Fans were hunting for clues, journalists digging for facts, and the internet feeding on speculation. Rumors turned into theories, theories into allegations. And yet, the public didn't have the full picture until allegedly, another interview surfaced. Allegedly, during this second interview, Cameron doubled down. The energy was tense, almost cinematic. Cameras zoomed in on his expression, calm, precise, almost merciless. And the proof he presented was explosive. The narrative shifted. It wasn't just a tape anymore. It was a timeline of deception, calculated manipulation, and emotional sabotage.
I think that's the misunderstanding. I think from hearing what Stat is saying, I don't really know, so anybody don't put me in it. But when it comes to viewership, she's basically saying that she was hosting this fight and she was the headliner of this fight, and those girls weren't. Is that the real beef? Stat, am I getting it correct?
Yeah, basically, like, it was mainly about the viewership, and
allegedly, viewers were left stunned. The subtlety of Cameron's delivery, combined with the live exposure, created a storm of disbelief. Fans dissected every frame, replayed every word, and tried to process the implications. If what Cameron claimed was true, Claressa's entire public persona, a champion, a role model, a loyal partner, was a facade. The ripple effect hit Papoose hardest. His previously composed demeanor was now under public scrutiny. Allegedly, friends close to him reported seeing him in deep reflection, questioning not only Claressa but his own judgment and trust. Social media didn't hold back. Every platform was flooded with reactions: shock, betrayal, anger, sympathy, disbelief. Users debated whether fame had blinded them to the truth, or if this revelation was too perfectly timed, a manipulation in itself. Allegedly, Tony Rich's name became synonymous with conspiracy. Was he merely an accomplice, a manipulator, or a silent observer? Sources suggested that Claressa and Tony had allegedly coordinated moments and messages, intentionally shaping Papoose's trust and public perception. Every comment, every clip, every post from Claressa and Tony was now under the microscope. Fans turned to analytics, dissecting timestamps, likes, and replies, allegedly trying to match every public move with what Cameron exposed. Speculation became a sport, theories overlapping, and every angle painted Claressa in a different light, sometimes as victim, sometimes as orchestrator, and sometimes as both. Remy Ma's earlier words from the first exposure continued to resonate. Allegedly, they weren't just commentary, they were a prophecy. Karma was no longer abstract, it was a visible, viral force unfolding in real time. And the reactions from 50 Cent, who had commented on social media, kept the tension palpable. Allegedly, even casual fans couldn't scroll past without feeling the weight of unfolding celebrity betrayal. The internet frenzy, however, was only the tip of the iceberg. Allegedly, Cameron revealed that Claressa's manipulations extended beyond Papoose. Relationships with friends, allies, and even business partners were allegedly influenced, twisted into scenarios that reinforced her control over perception and narrative. People started to question every collaboration, every statement, every public appearance. How much of what we see is authentic, and how much is designed to maintain a perfect image while the chaos simmers beneath? And then came the alleged legal storm. Lawyers reportedly intervened, phone calls escalated, and Claressa allegedly prepared to respond. But Cameron's live evidence had already set the precedent. Public opinion was shifting fast, and allegedly, even those who had previously defended Claressa were starting to hesitate. Allegedly, Cameron's second interview was the turning point. The public could no longer claim ignorance. Every frame, every word, every glance captured during that session fed the narrative of calculated deception. Fans shared screenshots, replayed clips, and theorized endlessly. Discussions spanned forums, podcasts, news sites, and group chats. Everyone was trying to make sense of what they saw. Allegedly, the stakes weren't just emotional, they were cultural. Claressa Shields had been a symbol of strength, loyalty, and resilience. That image was now under attack, dissected frame by frame, and turned into a case study of celebrity illusion. Fans were left torn between admiration and disbelief, questioning who they could trust and what was genuine. And as Cameron's claims spread, alleged new insights emerged. Reports suggested that Claressa and Tony had been documenting interactions and messages meticulously, possibly anticipating public exposure. Every move, allegedly, was strategically designed to maintain control over perception, manipulate narratives, and shift blame subtly. The public began to connect dots between live evidence and past actions, creating a timeline of deception that appeared shockingly coherent. Papoose's heartbreak, Remy Ma's savage commentary, 50 Cent's viral quip, all combined to create a perfect storm of emotional and social chaos. Allegedly, Claressa's world was collapsing publicly while her private maneuvers were slowly unraveling under scrutiny. Fans reported feeling like witnesses to a real-time drama that blurred lines between celebrity, betrayal, and human vulnerability. Allegedly, this second interview cemented the narrative. Claressa Shields wasn't just involved in a leaked tape scandal. She was at the center of a web of manipulation, emotional exploitation, and calculated deception. The world watched as her reputation plummeted while public fascination soared. And as the internet dissected, debated, and theorized, one truth became increasingly clear. The Claressa Shields story had transformed from scandal to cultural event. Allegedly, no one could escape its reach, not fans, not critics, not even those closest to the situation. Every reaction, every post, every speculation fed the viral machine, keeping the story alive, intense, and uncontrollably explosive. The celebrity illusion, stripped bare in the face of live evidence, had forever changed how the public viewed loyalty, fame, and trust. And allegedly, even after the cameras turned off, the ripple effects of Cameron's interview continued to shock, disturb, and captivate audiences worldwide. Y'all, just when it seemed the storm had reached its peak, the heat only intensified. Cameron's previous interviews had already shattered perceptions, leaving Claressa Shields' carefully curated image in tatters. Social media was still ablaze, clips, memes, screenshots, and hashtags spreading faster than wildfire. But allegedly, the next revelation would push the scandal into unprecedented territory. Fans, journalists, and industry insiders alike were dissecting every frame, analyzing every move, and speculating on every possible scenario. The emotional weight was palpable. Papooses' heartbreak had become a public spectacle. Tony Rich was now a mysterious figure, allegedly orchestrating or silently influencing events. And Claressa, once the image of strength and loyalty, was now being scrutinized under an unforgiving spotlight. Allegedly, during a third explosive interview, Cameron escalated the situation further. This was no longer just about a leaked tape. It was about exposure, deception, and consequences that spanned far beyond a single moment. The tension in the studio was almost unbearable. Every word he uttered carried the weight of an accusation, a revelation, and a warning.
Well, I'll tell you this much. I did speak to my guys at MVP. After the holidays, Amanda Serrano will be coming on the show, and Jake Paul will be coming on the show.
Allegedly, the energy of this statement sent shockwaves across platforms. The subtle yet undeniable implication that Claressa had been deliberately orchestrating events for her advantage ignited debates everywhere. Fans replayed the clip, trying to catch every nuance, every hint, every glance. Was this the moment her image truly crumbled? Many believe so. Meanwhile, Papoose was navigating the public fallout, allegedly forced to confront not only his own heartbreak, but the public narrative that now painted him as a victim of manipulation. Every appearance, every social media comment, and every interaction with fans was dissected. Allegedly, even those previously aligned with Claressa began to distance themselves, wary of the mounting evidence presented by Cameron. Allegedly, Remy Ma's reaction escalated further. Her words, once a viral commentary, became a rallying cry online. She openly called out both Claressa and Tony, framing the scandal as not just a personal betrayal, but a calculated public performance. Social media exploded with debate, meme culture, and hot takes that amplified the story to a global audience. Tony Rich's role became increasingly suspicious. Allegedly, sources claimed he had been coordinating messages, clips, and public appearances in a way that subtly reinforced Claressa's control over perception. Every interaction, allegedly, had layers of strategy. Fans began mapping a timeline of events, matching public posts with Cameron's live evidence, creating a narrative that painted Tony as the silent architect behind Claressa's alleged manipulation. Allegedly, legal pressure began mounting. Claressa Shields reportedly contacted attorneys, allegedly preparing for both public statements and private damage control. But the narrative Cameron had presented in his interview was already viral. Public opinion was shifting fast, and allegedly, even those who had defended Claressa found themselves questioning their stance. The media frenzy did not stop at interviews or social platforms. Allegedly, independent journalists and analysts began connecting additional dots, past collaborations, sponsorships, public appearances, and even casual interactions, suggesting a pattern of intentional image management. Each discovery added fuel to the viral fire, creating a sensation that transcended celebrity gossip. Allegedly, Cameron's third interview, combined with previous evidence, presented Claressa Shields not only as a boxer, but as a figure whose personal and professional lives were intertwined in ways that deceived the public. The leaked tape, the orchestrated messages, and the carefully managed public appearances formed a mosaic of alleged deception and calculated control. Fans and critics alike debated endlessly. Was Claressa a mastermind or a participant in circumstances she couldn't fully control? Allegedly, Cameron's assertion that patterns of manipulation were deliberate shifted public perception. No longer was this a simple scandal, it was now a complex, multi-layered narrative of betrayal, fame, and strategy. Papooses' emotional journey remained central to the story. Allegedly, live clips of his reactions, silent stares, subtle expressions of betrayal, added depth to the public's understanding of the fallout. Every glance, every pause, and every word he shared online became part of the viral evidence, reinforcing the human cost behind the scandal. Remy Ma's commentary, 50 Cent's viral quips, and the fan-driven analysis collectively created a feedback loop that made the story impossible to ignore. Allegedly, even casual observers were now invested in unfolding events, creating a cultural moment that transcended celebrity news. Allegedly, this third interview cemented the narrative arc. Claressa Shields was at the center of a web of deception, manipulation, and calculated public control. Fans, journalists, and celebrities watched as the story evolved in real time, dissecting every interaction, every clip, and every statement. The fallout continued. Claressa's reputation faced unprecedented scrutiny. Tony Rich's alleged strategic role was debated endlessly. Papooses' heartbreak became symbolic of a larger narrative about trust, loyalty, and fame. Allegedly, the public began to question the authenticity of celebrity personas, realizing that image often masks private chaos and calculated maneuvering. Allegedly, Cameron's third interview was more than just a revelation, it was a turning point. The story transformed from scandal to cultural phenomenon. Social media platforms, forums, podcasts, and news outlets amplified the narrative, keeping the controversy alive and escalating. Fans were emotionally invested, sharing theories, evidence, and speculation with an intensity rarely seen in celebrity gossip. And as the dust settled, one fact remained clear: Claressa Shields' public image had been irrevocably altered. Allegedly, the combined effect of all three interviews, live evidence, and viral analysis revealed a celebrity world that was far more calculated and manipulative than most could imagine. The scandal wasn't over, it had merely evolved. Allegedly, as Cameron's evidence circulated, more questions arose, more theories emerged, and the public remained glued to every update, replay, and leak. Fans waited, speculated, and shared, caught in the relentless pull of a narrative that blurred the lines between fame, betrayal, and truth. Allegedly, this part confirmed what many feared. In the world of celebrity, trust is a weapon, perception is currency, and the public is never truly safe from the chaos behind closed doors. The Claressa Shields saga became more than gossip. It became a masterclass in manipulation, exposure, and viral cultural drama. Y'all, this isn't just a scandal. It's a full-blown unraveling of everything Claressa Shields built. The tapes, the lies, the betrayals, it all hits like a lightning strike. Fans are screaming, theories are flying, and every social media platform is on fire. Papooses' heartbreak, Tony Rich's silent manipulations, Claressa's double life. These aren't just headlines, they're a brutal reality check on the cost of fame. Every secret exposed, every deception revealed, shakes the illusion of loyalty we've been sold. People thought they knew, but they were wrong. Dead wrong. Allegedly, the betrayal runs deeper than anyone imagined. Friends turned allies, lovers turned pawns, and a carefully staged image is now just ashes of trust and integrity. The public watched frozen as lives were shredded live on camera. And the most disturbing part? The game isn't over. The ripple effect of this chaos is still spreading. Every clip, every leak, every whispered comment online is pulling the curtain back on a celebrity world that thrives on manipulation and illusion. Now it's on us, the fans, the followers, the observers, to question what we see, what we hear, and what we believe. Don't scroll past this. Don't let it fade into gossip. Watch closely. Analyze every frame. Share every detail. The truth is raw, ugly, and relentless, and it's unfolding right before your eyes. Every story, every revelation, every emotional breakdown is part of a puzzle bigger than Claressa, bigger than Papoose, bigger than Tony. So stay alert. Check every update. Listen to the whispers, examine the leaks, and never trust the image alone. The facade is shattered, the betrayals are exposed, and the consequences are just beginning. This is the world behind the fame, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. The story continues, and the next revelation could hit harder than anything before. Stay ready, because the truth waits for no one.